What up, everyone? It's Friday, and I didn't start work till about 2 p.m. today. I've got a doggo here. Do you want to come say hello? I've got a moose here. Come here. Here's a moosey. Kita, you're a good girl. She's a little shy. Kita. What about you? You want to say hello? This is Fang. Fang's a good boy. He's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Yeah, you are. He's a white face. You're so cute. Yeah. I was like, what's that? I'm like, oh, that's my cookie. So, in doing my schedule, I passed it by my coach and I was like, is it crazy to move from 8 to 16 listings a day? I think I might need to move things around because my days are just too long when I have to do it all and source. And he was basically like, it's fine and just be good to yourself. And he said that quite a few times to me in different ways and different conversations over the last few days. So I'm just like, maybe I should do something good for myself. And that usually means getting a treat. So I went to New Seasons, which is a grocery store similar to Whole Foods, if you know what that is. They have these delicious gourmet cookies. This one with rich Belgian chocolate and toasted walnuts. Look at it. Just delicious. It's still warm, and maybe I should get a piece. Let's do a pull. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yum! That's been my happy dance since I was a kid. You got the one finger up? So I got this to treat myself because that's what my coach told me to do. He didn't say with what, so I took it as I can choose anything. But yeah, so sometimes I'm having a hard time like going to the next thing. Like, for example, I thought, okay, what's the lowest hanging fruit I can do besides talking for 15 minutes on this video? And I was like, oh, it's probably shipping. I packed my items, and then it became the challenge of then leaving the house. So of course it's like 3 p.m. at this point, which means it's freaking hot outside, which means I have to go like put on a bra to be totally transparent. Just like extra steps, right? So I have to actually try and get myself to the post office. So I was like, okay, what's near the post office? Well, there's a cookie near the post office. So part of the reason to help me get there was to give myself a cookie afterwards, but then also maybe doing the stock take, I can eat the other half. Okay, so I did ship my items today, back from the post office now, got my cookie. I was like gearing up to do my 16 listings again today to cover Sunday. But then I realized that I actually only have one box here. Those 8 items are going to be posted and launched today. And then I guess tomorrow or Sunday, I'm going to have to start the sourcing route again. One of the things I did do this morning in an effort to try and get into the zone was I looked at where I could move my signed books. So I originally posted on Marketplace, and I had a few people reach out for like individual ones, but there's just so many that I'd rather like give it to somebody who wants all. So then I contacted this person. He does like consignment stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe he'll want them. So I reached out to him and he said he did want them. And then I remembered the way he set up his consignment business is that I have to pay for shipping to get them all to him, then he does the rest. I mean, it like makes sense, but he is a few states away from me, and there's such a large quantity of books that I'm estimating I'd probably have to do 5 or 6 boxes worth. And I looked at through Pirate Ship, which is like a place you can buy labels for mail, and it gives you like a discounted rate rather than if you just went directly to the post office. So anyways, I looked on Pirate Ship just for one box, and it was like $60. So 60 times 5 means I don't want to do that. And all of them were free. So I was like, you know what? You aren't really attached to them. Just let them go. So I ended up changing the listing to free pickup, and I have one person who might come by after work today, but usually when I have free books, it's solved within like 2 or 3 days. I put them all like in the hallway, so now I have like all these extra like chunks of space on my shelf. I feel better having all those random books cleared out of my immediate working space. Another thing that I accomplished, this was actually a few days ago, I ended up taking out all of my bad buys, and some of it was things I picked up that I knew were low ASP that I didn't really want to spend time photoing and listing into my store, and I put it in my Whatnot box, and I was able to do my first shipment to my Whatnot person. The box ended up being about 10 pounds, and I spent, I think, $40 on it. She does live across the US from me. And then I did have like 1 or 2 boxes here that have those really dense plush I was telling you about. So I cleared out one box that only had literally 3 items in it. And I removed 2 of them to put into, by the way, that was like a really good choice of finger I just did. Pick 2 to put into my Whatnot box and sent that off. And I just feel, again, so good about that. I'm hoping that it works out and I at least get $40 back. If I don't, it might be the end of that particular Whatnot person. Not their fault, just it doesn't make sense to ship again that amount to just break even. I mean, maybe it does because I'll get my investment back. I don't know. Probably it doesn't. Then again, I did put one particular item in there that was called a Warmie. And it's basically this like plush animal that's beaded, so it's weighted. And it's like for babies, and they like fill it with these like beaded like lavender scent of some sort. The purpose is another way to soothe. So because it's weighted, it is heavier in weight than the average plush that's just made of cotton. I'd already like packed it and got the label, but I was thinking about that after, and I was like, I wonder how much that box would have weighed if I had taken that one item out. But yeah, I'm getting my first taste of large chunks of items I don't want out of my space, and each time I do that I feel great. And I don't know if that's because maybe I'm a little bit of a minimalist. Yeah, it's like I'm starting to see the flow, right, of things that make it to my lowest markdown, the holes that I make in my boxes, that I can then refill. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe just starting another Whatnot box. So as I'm doing a stock take, I'll just remove the plush that are like really plushy, just then and there, and just take it off. I've also never watched a Whatnot show, nor have I asked my Whatnot person for their store name. So who knows? Like the amount of trust that I'm doing right now is quite high. And I got to tell you one other story before we go, but about trust. But anyways, I haven't even sent them my PayPal details. Like I'm just honor policy right now. Like I'm hoping that whenever they get the box, they'll tell me. Whenever they potentially sell the items, they'll fairly split the cost. Like I don't know, but they seem like a good person. So hopefully it's peachy. And if it's not, well, I just won't do business with them again. All right, so I wanted to talk about this other quick story here about trust and impulsivity. That's really what's going on here. So I have a gate that goes to my backyard, and usually through Rover, they want you to meet the families to see if they're a good fit or not. And I always like tell them to like meet me at the back gate so that we can meet in the backyard and I can, talk with them before like going into the house. And I would say 70 to 80% of the time the family goes to the wrong gate, because I of course have a gate in the front as well. And I've seen some people put up like Rover signs, but of course I want to be fancy, and I didn't really give myself a birthday gift, so I was thinking, literally it was just in my brain. I hadn't actually spoke it out loud, therefore the phones that have speakers can hear me and then give me ads. Like, I was just thinking about it. I was thinking about gifting myself a mural of dogs so people know where the entrance is. So that way I can say, meet me by the mural. And that is where the entrance is. Like, that kills two birds with one stone. I can probably write off the mural because it is going to help my business and it's related. I was on Marketplace looking for stuff for my other business to source, and I found a muralist who was like pitching their mural business. I just messaged them on a whim and I was like, oh my God, like, I was literally just thinking about this. Do you want to do a dog mural for me? Because like, he was doing a lot of like car shop type designs. Yeah, it's just the whole process. I feel like it's dumb. Like, okay, I was a graphic designer. I had my own graphic design business with clients. So I would always get deposits. I would always have a contract. I would always lay out the timeline. And with this dude, I don't know if I'm just in a new period of my life where I just want the path of least resistance, but I'm also kind of choosing dumb ways to do things. And I just trusted this white man that I met on Marketplace. And he was like a new business, which they should all be red flags. Not that white men are red flags, but you know. And I just like told him what I wanted and he told me the price, and I'd never hired a muralist. I don't know how much it costs, but I just told him like what he offered was too high. And we agreed to a price, and then he like asked me to send half up front, and I was like, can I just send a deposit instead? Also, like, I felt weird negotiating with another artist, but I have still not met him in person. So who knows? Anyways, I asked him if I could just send 20% because that's like the amount I'd be comfortable losing to somebody on the internet. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So, luckily, so far legitimate. No contract was made. I'm paying him through Venmo. He's sent me the first view of a potential, what it could look like. I might just wait till the end because I have paid him now half of the project, which is like the drawing and / color selection of the dogs, you know, mocked up on my fence. And I was thinking about maybe showing it, but the colors the artist gave me, I am having him alter. Like, he fell into the trap of being like, oh, it's a woman. Here, let's have a bright pink background. And I was like, that's obnoxious. Make it blue. So anyways, he's working on it. And yeah, I'm like laughing at myself for just trusting this man that I met on the internet. He has a family, 2 young daughters. And when somebody has a family and 2 young daughters especially, I'm just like, they have to be a good person. Because they wouldn't want their daughter getting treated this way. Or whatever schemey way exists. And he also has like a social media of him like talking and showing his mural. So like he's like somewhat legitimate. But yeah, just the whole like sending money. I sent him money like within probably 20 minutes of talking to him. Like, so dumb. But luckily it worked out, and now I'm probably going to have a mural, and I'm very excited about it. No murals exist in my neighborhood, so I don't know how the neighbors are going to feel about it because this street does face directly a neighbor's house, and they're renting, so they can just move. Anyways, I'm excited about it, and yeah, I feel like we're like halfway through. I have no idea when he's going to show up. He doesn't have my address or anything yet. And it is an outside mural, so like I don't have to give him access to the house or anything, but fun times. So that's getting work done. I gotta go eat my cookie now before it gets totally cold, so I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Do something fun. I'm definitely gonna try to do something fun because the doggos are leaving tomorrow around like I think 3. So I'm gonna have the other half of Saturday free. I'll have all of Sunday free. So that's gonna be my goal. Gonna use the I think $60 I have in my fun money account and go do something actually fun for myself instead of just buying a cookie and calling it a day. All right, goodbye. See you guys on Monday.